not doing that. You're violating my rights. You're gonna get yourself sued. Remember, clown over there cost $250,000. I'm not leaving.
Mr. Kazabowski.
Yes?
Hello. Good evening.
Jim Walsh, 34 Mayor Street, Wilkes Barre City. I'm sure most of you have heard of Noah and building New York. Does anybody know who his wife's name? Anybody know what her name was? Joan Moore.
Continue on.
Joan Moore. Everybody likes to know that. Now, you just put a restriction on me.
Yes. Not on you, on everyone in general.
What is the difference between a musical expression as opposed to the verbal?
Mr. Walsh, we're here to conduct city business, okay?
But it has a
And that
message.
is why we're here.
It has a message. What is the difference?
I just explained why we're here. And in my experience, I've seen very little of that type of behavior that is relevant to city business.
Feeble excuse. But I'll abide by it. I'll abide by it.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Go with that. Mayor Layton, members of council, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish each and every one of you a blessed and Merry Christmas. Now I was going to play a song that I think it was appropriate, but since I'm restricted, I'll abide by it. Because the music was the heart of America. I now want to pose the following question to the audience. I hope you can all hear me. Do any of you receive any form of payment to attend these council meetings? If so, please raise your hand. Anybody receive any compensation whatsoever to attend these meetings?
No.
Mr. Walsh, please direct your comments to us, okay? They're
Well,
attendees, they're not
I
an
want
audience,
to
it's
I
not
want
a
to hear.
show.
I sat here for over an hour,
Mhm.
not listening, not because I couldn't hear. Well, I agree with you, I don't have the best hearing in the world.
I have the same problem.
But you mumble across each other like that, it is little as audible to the public. And we're here because we're glad to be heard, and we want to hear you.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Go ahead.
But that's not the case here. Now, I just posed the question to the audience. Do any of you receive any monetary benefit by attending these meetings?
And just continue on, we'll answer the question
What's that?
when you're done. Is that it?
Yeah, now, would you raise your hand if you
No,
receive it?
continue with your presentation.
No, I'm asking a question, I'm
And
looking
we
for.
will answer your question when you're finished.
I'm asking, I asked it, but now I'm asking for.
Are you done with your presentation?
No.
We're not gonna go back and forth. So why don't you finish your presentation, then we'll answer.
Listen, are you gonna control what I have to say?
I am
Or am
controlling the meeting,
do-
sir.
Do I have the freedom of speech?
Yes, you do.
Well, then don't restrict me.
You have 5 minutes to speak. We're not gonna go back and forth. We're following council rules.
It's not the case of back and forth. I asked the audience a question, now I'm asking a similar question to
We
you.
will answer your questions when you are finished. Go ahead.
You don't answer any questions anytime you come
We
here.
will answer questions.
Oh, dear God in heaven, help me. The annual salary of these members of council is $13,199. And they attend 32 meetings, and 8, I think, are the pre-meeting sessions, for a total of 40 meetings. Broken down, that comes to $330 they receive for attending these meetings that you come here free of charge, of your own free will. They're well compensated for coming here. and we're restricted. They can talk as long as they want, but we're restricted. Is that fair? Not in my book. And their salary is paid by us, the taxpayers, who are being restricted. I have here a picture
I'm
of
going
a
to ask
home.
you to finish till we are over.
What?
Go ahead.
What's that?
I'm going to ask you to finish. We are over your time limit.
This is a sad shame. This is a sad commentary. It's a disgrace. You can talk all you want, but we're restricted. And restricted to what we can say. Where's the freedom of expression? You know what?
Where's our
I've been
Constitution?
a watchman repairman for over 60 years. You watch more time at that clock than I have in all these years that I've been repairing time.
Out of respect for the other speakers, but thank you. Your first question, you answered yourself if we're compensated. Yes, we are compensated.
Well, then why didn't you answer? Why don't they each individual?
I'm answering them now.
Wait.
You're finished with your presentation. I'm answering your questions.
Aren't they allowed to express themselves?
They can also answer.
But you don't allow it.
Secondly, the number of meetings, yes, there are the number of scheduled meetings. Every one of us here, and I know this personally, is in constant communication with the administration of the city on a constant basis on issues. That not only what you see here, but other issues that come to our attention that are resolved outside of this particular forum. So, I mean,
But
yes.
I was referring to specifically how you're compensated for these meetings.
Yes, we are compensated for the meetings.
And we're not.
That's
And we're restricted, and you're not.
all right. Any other questions that you might have?
Yes.
That I might have missed, but I don't think I missed it. I think I answered your questions. Okay, thank you,
This
sir.
is a place on Loomis Street. A dilapidated home.
All right, Drew, would you take that off me, please?
That's been notified, the city's been notified about this for quite some time.
One tonight,
I took pictures of the inside of that place. It's a health hazard and a fire hazard. What's that?
Your picture, can I get it to Drew?
And then we're gonna move on here. Drew will be glad to meet with you.
We're aware of it, I'll get you an update.
There's more, there you are. I wanted to make a comparison. I want you to compare that picture with this one. This is at 138 Reliance Drive down at Barney Farms.
Mr. Sork, Mr. Walsh, okay, we addressed your questions. And they will.
Why don't you let me put this up?
We have time constraints, time limits that we follow here.
Where are you
In
going?
respect for everyone else. There are other people here that wish to speak after you, sir. Thank you. Okay?
And you can talk all you want, can't you? There's no restrictions on you. Am I right?
Sir, there are.
There's no restrictions on you.
There are, you probably over, but no, never mind. Just, we need to move
But
on.
that home that is out in my neighborhood and the flower shop and the other home that I mentioned in the last meetings doesn't compare with where the mayor lives.
Mr. Frank Sork, you're next. Thank you, Mr. Walsh.